Hello, 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 Taurus. Welcome, welcome. Happy, whatever day it is you're watching this. This is Patty. I'm doing your intuitive tarot for the week of the 24th through the 30th. This is a challenging week, guys. Not only the reason why you're going to have probably some interesting things happen is that we've got the full moon, super moon, we've got a lunar eclipse, and we have 3 retrogrades going on. 3: Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn. So it's going to be sort of a challenge for yourself. This is a time to reflect, definitely. Time to feel a little bit judged, things like that. So really be mindful to stay in your own thought process and your own lane. Also to make sure that you're getting your information not from illusions and fantasy, but from actual facts and evidence and absolute truth, not just truth, but absolute truth. So we're going to be doing 3 oracles today. We're going to be doing the Divine's Oracle. First card, second card is current energies for the week, and the third card is going to be future energies. And those energies are going to be mostly planetary because these are there's a lot of processing going for the next couple of months. So these are June and July energies. That are just keep going because we are in a processing reset stage. So let's see what we have going. And at the very end, I will do wealth, health, and your love and relationships and see how, that's all turning out. Thank you for knocking that out of my hands. But yeah, definitely so. He's definitely talking in second dimension. So second dimension, for those of you that are brand new, is the unseen. This is what you cannot touch. Love, compassion, empathy, caring, those kind of things. Whereas worldly is anything that you can touch and see, and that's what you believe in. It's sort of like the Missouri show me state. If I can't see it, I don't believe it, kind of a thing. Whereas the second dimension it's faith, trust, and love. All right. And basically that is the divine today. First card is his card, trust. So, and that is also the number 11, which is the number 2, and brings things to either together in a partnership, or brings together, or it separates them. So, and then with that being it's very true. Trust is a faith kind of energy. And, we can break trust really easy. However, we can grow that trust back. We can grow trust back because that is a second dimensional energy, and that is based out of love. And a lot of the times, the reason why trust gets broken is because of fear issues. So a lot of the times, people do things because, for example, let's use cheating. That's the biggest one. Somebody cheats on you. That is a fear thing that they've got to go find something else. They've got to fill a void that they haven't been able to fix or fill from a childhood trauma issue, whatever it is. So they're basing most of their actions out of fear, and then that creates trust issues, that kind of a thing. And that is more a lower vibrational energy, which that is not absolute. Because the thing about the divine is when we look at trust, this is something we are building up and bringing to light. It is bringing love. And when somebody cheats and breaks that trust, that is destructive. And that is very worldly. It's first dimensional. It's not that at all. No. Oh no. Sorry, I just got a message from my daughter. Her flight is running late. Anyway, I'll turn that off. Sorry about that. Okay, so our current energy for right now is perception. So that is the 24th through the 30th. Perception. This is your perception or somebody else's perception. It is also the number 6 about bringing harmony and improvement. Again, harmony, improvement. Harmony together, harmony separate. This is a communication issue. And this could be a communication good thing, because if you're looking at somebody else's perception first, before yours, because you already know you know where your perception and where your perspective comes from. So if you look at that other person first, step out of your box and look at that other person first, that's going to bring that number 2 harmony. That is going to bring that partnership together, because you're getting that person's ideas, their history, their journey, why they're doing things, where their triggers, things of that nature, getting from their perspective first, and then bringing that and seeing if you can match it or if you just need to disagree. However, some people don't do that. They take their perspectives. Well, I do it this way and this is the right way. How do you know it is the right way? It may not be the right way, because there's sometimes not a right or wrong way. It just is. So, perception. And for some of you, your future energy is the novice. It's the number 5. It's innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, unstable curiosity. Okay, so that is something it's a challenge. This is a challenge for somebody to step outside their box and to look at somebody else's perspective first rather than your own, because that takes trust. This is the Divine's card. Trust me. If you listen to them and pay attention to what they're saying and really absorb, be an active listener, then you are going to, all these numbers are all about bringing somebody together. We've got the number 2, the number 6, and the number 5. This is all about bringing 2 people together. This is, you could have a group of people, but this is about understanding another person. All right. So perception's a huge one. I teach that a lot in my coaching, a lot, because if you take this an effective communication video, if you go on, if you just go down to Get Balanced 2020, or even just go and onto my playlists and type in effective communication, it'll pop up. However, this is really, really important because it will help you never to fight again. And if you have effective communication and even 2 or 3 tools in your toolkit, then you'll never fight again. Wouldn't that be awesome, to never fight with somebody? It is, because that is the second dimensional realm. We have the High Priestess, and then there's a celebration of the 3 of Cups. That means to acknowledge the things of your heart, the things that you desire. Then when you understand somebody's perspective, it's almost like an aha moment. It's like, wow, this is fun, because not only are you figuring somebody else out, there's no fighting, there's calmness, you keep the peace, and you trust that the Divine is working in the good, because he is. He's working behind the scenes. This is beautiful. For somebody else, this is a new thing. And again, we have the High Priestess. You got to trust the process. You have to trust the process. Have faith in the process, because it works. Let me tell you, I live it day by day. I used to live the world day by day, and I do not want to go back there. I do not want to go back there. Yes, I have my sad days. Yes, I have lonely times, but I just sit there and realize, okay, why am I lonely? What is it? And I analyze it, and it's like, okay, because I'm thinking a lot about me getting older, and you know what? It would be nice to share life with somebody. Okay, yeah, so what if I didn't? Am I going to be okay? Yes, I'm going to be fine. However, we do all have, as an empath, it's even harder, because I can know when somebody's lying to me, telling me, and it's so freaking hard to date, because it's like, oh yeah, I really want to go out and talk to you more and blah, blah, blah. And as an empath, I can read your body language. No, you're not. You're not going to call me. You're not going to come. Stop lying. And then they don't call and they don't come and blah, blah, blah. So it's really hard as an empath to even have these emotions. It does. It does take a lot of strength, guys. This is, again, the strength is coming from the planets, these 3 retrogrades. This is taking strength because somebody is trying something new, and it's basically taking that look into somebody else's perspective first. It's new. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I'm trying. It's really mentally challenging. When you go home, you'll be really tired. You'll be really tired. But it does take a lot of strength and courage to do that, because a lot of people don't. And when you do, you'll be ahead of the game. Not only worldly, but spiritually, because now you're walking in love. You're walking in love to understand that person and where they're coming from first, because you already know where you're coming from. And to love it and understand where they're coming from, why they get angry at certain things, why they get triggered at certain things, why they love certain things, why they're afraid to love. I know somebody that probably is totally afraid to love because, you know what? They got married, they had kids, their wife died, he had to raise the kids by himself, and he's raised those kids. Now he's got to go find love again, and it's terrifying. Because I'm sure in the back of that person's mind, it's like, what if I fall in love again and they get cancer and then die and I'm alone again? Love has no guarantees. Life has no guarantees. That's why Divine says live for the now. And that takes strength. Strength to walk out of your fear. That's going to be somebody's new one. Definitely new one is somebody is going to really walk out of their fear this week. And these actually two weeks. They're going to walk out of their fear. And that's hard. Because when you face your fear, then you're saying, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to figure out where that's from. It takes a lot of courage and challenge. But you know what you find out is that fear was bigger than what it really, really was. And you go back and it's like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And I conquered that. That was easier than what I thought. You'll be really surprised because the truth sets you free. Because a lot of the times the truth, the absolute truth, is easier than the truth that you illusion in your brain. Because that's not real. You know, it's like as a kid when I was told, oh, you're fat, you're ugly, oh, you're a cow, you're a tank, whatever. And I go back and I look at my pictures as a kid and I'm like, I was skinny. But I had a jerk of a brother that was jealous for whatever reasons. And then he decided he wanted to be abusive verbally. And I began to believe it. Was it true? No, not at all. So it took me years to get over that. You know, and the thing is, you just got to learn to love yourself wherever you are, what you're at. Now I have to love myself getting wrinkly. I look at my hands and I'm like, ah! Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Two of Cups, again, we're bringing that unity together. You have to trust. This is a balance. This is a good, healthy balance for somebody. This could be a partnership. This could be a friendship. This could be a lover. I don't see lovers yet. But this is something new. Somebody's trying some new things in this relationship. And I say relationship because almost anything that we do is with another person. You know, you say, oh, is it going to bring me more work? Is it going to bring me more money? Is it going to bring me more whatever? However, a lot of it's, you know, we have to interact with another person. That's why the pandemic and COVID has been so hard, is because we can't really interact with another person, touch or go and interact with another person. All right. So this is going to be a challenging time to bring this unity together, but trust the process. It's going to work. Just pay attention to this perception and pay attention to theirs first. Can I get your ideas about that? I would love to know where your thought process is about that, and what great way to bond with somebody, because you're asking about them. And most people love to talk about themselves. So you're asking for a process about them. Try it. Try it. Because the High Priestess is all over it. Because that's love. Caring and being understanding and empathizing with somebody is all about love. Ooh, we have a power couple here. I'm going to move that back where it was. So we have the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So for somebody, remember, this is about number 2, trust the process. This is a different energy. However, this is the power couple, the King and Queen of Swords, which is about more truth, seeking the truth. It is also about trying to find balance and about making decisions together as a power couple. This is also about seeking about your mental health and things mentally. So there is the two together, and then there's the 10, which means that something is going to end really quickly. But what's really interesting when something ends, okay, so they're going to make a decision about something, and they're going to come to terms with it, and they're going to say, no, we're not going to do that. Okay, now this could be a power couple. Say you're single and you have if you're a feminine, a masculine mentor, or if you're a masculine, you may have somebody female mentor, and you're going to talk something over that has to deal with a decision, and it's going to come to an end, and you're going to say, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. However, immediately, and Divine does this all the time, he gives you an offering. As soon as he closes a door, he's going to open a door. And this is where trust really has to come in. Faith and trust. And trust in the process, even though you cannot see what is going on, and you might be sad that you decided not to do something, and it might still be weighing on your mind a little bit, but trust that something is coming in, that communication is going to come in with this offering, something brand new, something fresh. You're going to worry about it a little bit, but this is all about a good decision. You're like, man, did I really do the right thing? Did I make the right decision? This is going to be a challenge with the retrogrades, because this is something that is in your head. But if you trust the system and trust this, you've got the King of Cups, which gives you all the things of your heart's desire. Okay, this is where you are going to be given. It's sort of like when I was really crappy with money, I didn't have money. I mean, if I had a nickel in my pocket, I'd spend it. And the Divine was like, oh, here we go. So we can't give her any money because she's just going to get it and blow it. And I'm trying to get her to save because I want her to do this. And I've got all this stuff for her, but she can't even save a nickel. So I'm not going to do that. But as my life turned around and walked from world to spirit, I was then being able to save money. My whole mindset changed, and now I'm saving money. And I'm like, see, Divine, I'm now doing it. And he opened a door, and then that door, he did a little door, like he gave me something. I can't remember what it was at the time, but it was a test to trust me, to see if he could trust me, and I could trust the process that he was going to allow me to have more abundance. So when I actually did what I said I was going to do with that money, then he's like, she's changed. Her soul is getting on track. All right. So let's do a little bit more and see what she does with that. And before you know it, he blessed me with a big chunk of money, and I told him what I was going to do with it, and I did that. And so now I'm just getting abundance, because I paid attention to the process. I paid attention, and I had faith that he was going to give me what I needed if I was obedient with what I had. A lot of the times we go and spend, oh, I got $10,000. Oh, I'm going to go buy a car. I'm going to go buy this. So rather than save it and say, okay, Divine, what do you want me to do with this money? Give $1,000 to that family over there that can't make their rent. Say what? Try that. Yep. And you go do that, you go give it to them, and you know what? This is a second dimensional thing. You have to be in spirit to understand it, because not only did it heal that person, it healed yourself, brought them joy, brought you peace, and it actually lifted you up to the next level. It's a higher self level. And I don't mean, oh, but you do good deeds, then you're going to go to heaven, you're going to get this level. No, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about yourself in your heart and your spirit and your being. All right. All right. Let me see if there's anything else before I go to the wealth, health, and but this. Oh, thank you. So this process of trusting, ending something, saying no to a decision, and then this new door opening up. This is something new for somebody, and this is going to be really uncomfortable at first, but really just trust what is going on behind the scenes. You can't see it, but trust me, when you've got you've got a lot of power players here, spiritual power players here that you will be able to, you're going to succeed. Yeah, definitely. 10 of Cups, you're going to succeed. Divine says that's it. It's all about, 10 of Cups is all about everything, unconditional love, everything that your heart and soul has and spirit has ever wanted, it comes to fold. I can't get a better card than that. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. And that's what I wish for anybody and anything. Hello, honey. How are you? So I'm going to go to health, wealth, and love again. Now, just remember here, guys, this next week is going to be challenging. This is a time for you to really go inside, listen to yourself, but also listen to, really pay attention to what others are saying in their journey and their walk. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Get out of the box. It is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a challenge to get out of that box. To really, are you flipping kidding me? Oh my gosh, this is so weird. There's a message here. I've got to really, when I get done with this reading, I gotta hear it. I gotta meditate. There is a message going on, and I don't know what this is for. It is going to be an uncomfortable thing for a little bit. It really is. However, this is definitely a time to trust and have faith. And that is the hardest thing, because if there is something that you're really trying to get an answer on, trying to get happen, and humans are so impatient because it's not in our timing, because we cannot see what is on the other side. Things are happening, but it's just not in our timing. All right. And I have to say, I'm one of the impatient ones as well, especially when it comes to meeting somebody. I get all excited and I want to meet them and I want to get to know them and I want to go full force. And this time this person went full force and then backed off. I'm still on full force. Let's go. Let's not waste time, kind of a thing. But I cannot control what they're doing or what's in their mindset or what's in their heart. I just have to let the divine go through and go with it. Okay, so this is the thing I got to meditate on, because this card has shown up in almost every reading. So when the same number shows up several times, or the same sign shows up several times, there is a message, whether it's for me or somebody out there. But this is shown up in all the signs. So I really, really need to pay attention to this. It's shown up in reverse 3 times, and now it's shown up in the upright. And this is the 4 of Cups. This is for your wealth. Okay. So the 4 of Cups is all about worrying too much. This is about in your head. You're in your head. You're worried. How am I going to do this? How am I going to make this? How am I going to have this happen? How am I going to, you're worried about on the hows way too much, rather than, again, like I said, trusting and having faith in the divine that he is going to work everything out for the good. And it may not be immediate, but it may actually be, for your future, but you've got to trust in it. Now, your wealth could be money. How am I going to get food? How am I going to do this? Rather than focusing in on the issue, you need to be focusing in on the solution. So the solution is, if you're hungry and you don't have food, if you're in the United States, it's very easy. You call a church and say, where can I find food? They'll give you tons of resources. Or you call the county, or you call the state, or you call the city. Or, my gosh, now that Facebook, you go to your city, like, where I live, go to Newburgh and you look up, their food. Does anybody know? Go to one of the Facebook groups. Does anybody know where I can get food? Does anybody know where we can get help with electricity? Does anybody know? If you don't ask, you're not going to get an answer. However, this is about your wealth. So whatever it is that you're focusing in on how to get it, you just ask the divine. See, the thing is, we go to our head first. Remember, that was the very beginning. If you are showing up now, you'll have to go back and listen to the whole reading, because a lot of the times we go to our head first rather than our heart, which is divine and spirit. You have to ask your soul, your spirit, and say, hey, help me with this, because I'm not sure how to do it. We try to do it on our own, but we can't sometimes do it on our own. We have to have help in doing it to get to our wealth. So wealth might be you want to buy a house. Okay, well, I don't have enough. I don't have enough down payment. So how do I do that? Well, you may take the resource, you call the mortgage. How much do I have to have down for a house? Okay, divine, show me where I can do this if this is your will. Maybe you're not supposed to have a house right now because maybe you're responsible, maybe you're whatever. So you have to really look at all the aspects of what it is you want, why you want it, and take the focus in off of that, and then ask the divine for it. And then watch him see. And then you got to trust. It's not saying just sit on your butt and wait and see. It's just keep moving towards it. However, you allow the divine to work, because he may give you even better or more. All right. So this is the health. We've got the Ace of Swords, the Eighth of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is all about your absolute truth. Okay. And the Ace of Swords is also about decisions. With this 3 retrogrades that we got going on right now, these are about decisions. These are going to be this is going to be a challenge, because this is about your mind and your body. So you have to make some intelligent decisions for your body and your mind. So, honey, I just read what you said. Yeah, laziness or habit is pulling me. So when you have a decision, this is a thing about your body and your mind, because your brain is part of your body, is when you have to make a decision. A lot of the times, you know, I used to bodybuild, and I used to have to go work out 6 days a week. And the thing is, some days I just didn't want to. I just, I'd ask my trainer, can we just skip today? But we had a goal. No, you can't skip today. So you got to work your mindset. You got to push your mindset out for your body and your mind. Even if you don't want to do it, you get yourself up off that chair, up off that sofa, up off of that, in front of that game, and you push yourself to get out and outside. This is for your body and mind. And this isn't just directed at honey. This is directed at a lot of people that talk themselves out of doing something for their body and their mind. I'll do it later. I'll start that diet tomorrow. Nope, change that mindset. The only thing that is going to change that mindset for your body and your mind is for you to push through it. Because if you push through it, the next time it's going to get a little bit easier. And then you push through that time and it's going to get a little bit easier. So when I'm up at 4 o'clock and my trainer wants to go work out, it's like, man, this time sucks, but yeah, let's go. Let's get going. Get the day going. And yeah, we used to train at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Those don't work for me. I have to train around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, my body loves to really just go, and I get a lot more results done. However, you got to push yourself through it. That's called perseverance. That's called resilience. That is called making your body stronger, making your mind stronger. And then you will be able not only to get through any physical storm, but you will be able to get through any mental storm that you have coming, because it's going to make your mind stronger. The chemistry is going to change in your mind a little bit here. All right, so we're going to go to love and relationships. King of Wands. The King of Wands. I'm going to get a little bit of a clarification on the King of Wands, because the King of Wands has a lot about communication. Okay. And the King of Wands it could be also travel. So maybe there's some people going to travel here. Now, this is love and relationships. Relationships can be about, family, friends, relatives, lovers, marriage. It could be any kind of a relationship. However, in love, I probably see somebody traveling. I see a couple traveling. I don't know who this is, but there's several couples that are going to travel, and they're going to have a really good time. Love it. I love this card. I guess because he's riding an animal, and I love horses, and people do ride bison and cows and things like that, depending on what your culture is. Definitely. But this is from the Final Fantasy? No. Fire Emblem game. I have to keep remembering. I don't play games so much, but my daughter definitely told me what this is about. So yes, King of Wands. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So somebody is going to be going on a vacation. It is going to bring some rest, but somebody might get proposed on that vacation, or somebody might have something happen on that vacation that brings them closer to a better relationship, because we have the Tower in the middle, and then we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups, again, we had an ultimate. Oh, that was, yeah, no, we had the Ten of Cups here earlier. So this is a relationship that is going to turn. This is going to bring a unity. This is going to bring a oneness and newness. It's going to be a little scary. It's going to be really great, but it is going to be about love and relationship. And it may be a really good thing for you guys, but you got to trust. But your vacation is going to bring you a lot of rest. It's going to bring refueling. For another person, it is just a lot about communication, but that communication is going to bring you closer. So even if you have a little bit of a disagreement, or you're sort of having a hard time with disagreement, then it is going to bring you closer. So I really, really wish the best for you, because this is good. And this is really a challenging time to have this happen. So if it does, don't question it. Just trust that the divine knows what the flippy's doing. All right. So that is your reading, guys. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated. And honey, yes, you've got to push through that laziness. Like I said, this is a mindset. When you don't want to do it, you've got to push yourself through it. It's all about resilience, growing stronger. And the more that you push yourself through it when you don't want to do it, there's going to be a lot more rewards, because the divine doesn't reward us on being, what do you call that? Neutral, or in the middle, or sitting on the fence, or doing nothing. You have to be doing one or the other, so he knows how to work. If you're just sitting in the middle, he's like, well, what are they going to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Are they going to go this way? Are they going to go this way? Are they going to pick that guy? Are they going to pick that job? Or what are they going to do? Because I don't know which way to go. They got free will. I gave them free will. Which way are they going to go? So when you do, he'll just say, okay, you're going to go that way. No, the wrong way to go. I want you to go that way. He'll know which way to work, which way to go. Because again, and lastly, don't forget to look at somebody else's perception first in any communication that you guys talk about. Where's the wands? Look at somebody's perception first. This is in love. If you're trying to figure somebody out, that's the easiest way to do it. Let me get your perception on this, because I'm having trouble understanding it. I need more clarity. And that will help you clarify a lot, because you already know your perspective, your story, your journey, time to get theirs, and it will bring you closer, because this is about the number 2. Trust the process. All right. So don't forget, 26, we are going to have a reading on the full moon, the lunar eclipse, the super moon, and the 3 retrogrades on the 26th. And then we have the dailies again. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the bell. You'll know when the dailies are on, and when the 26th, that full moon reading, is going to be on. It's going to be a biggie. It's a big challenging one. And I hope you join in then. Bring a friend. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you again on your next reading on the 31st, last day of the month. My gosh, this month has just gone crazy. And then otherwise, we'll see you on your next reading. All right. We'll see you on the 31st or on the full moon. Take care. Thanks, honey. I hope you take care of yourself. Now, stop being lazy. Get out there and do what you need to be doing. Come on now. You can do it.